I'm starting to see more of you do the pH alkaline test, and that's cool. I don't knock that in and of itself. But you're going around saying that you own an aquifer and this aquifer is untouched by man. And you're trying to make it seem as though you are bottling the water at the source. Now, here's my issue, because I've been doing this for a long time, and I've seen a lot of fakes and a lot of frauds. You may fool the uneducated consumers, but you don't fool me, because I do this for real. Now, I have a question for you, and that question is simple. Where is your equipment? Huh? Where is your equipment? You see, black people, we are doing a lot of consuming, but we're not being educated consumers at all. Educated consumers actually research the market. They study it. All right? Now, if you're going to buy alkaline water, and you should, at least study it, though. Most of you don't even know what pH stands for. And that's a damn shame. You notice those cats never show you any type of inventory. You notice they never show you any equipment whatsoever. Not even water filters. I mean, how much sense does that make? Use your intellect. Really start to think about this. Now, one thing I know for sure is that when you are doing this the right way, you have quality control, you have virus samplers, you have water analysis reports, and things of this nature. You notice these guys that are doing those pH tests never talk to you about any of that stuff? Now, why is that? Why is that? We got to become educated consumers. No matter where you're getting your water from, you better filter it. It's just that simple. The filtration systems that I use, funded by and created for NASA and other organizations like that. Now, I have a lot of dirt on NASA, but one thing I know is that when they developed these filtration systems, they weren't developing them for you and I. They were developing them for themselves and the ultra wealthy, the well-to-do. It just so happens that I know the scientists that invented these super filters, as they're called. So I merged them with my technology. I merged them with my systems. And now you have a water purification system that there is nothing on the planet that can touch this. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. What you consumers should be asking is, where is your medical grade industrial gold electrodes? Where are your industrial medical grade platinum, silver, and palladium electrodes? Where are they at? You see, the earth does produce alkaline water naturally, but don't get it twisted. Do you realize how many pollutants there are on this planet? Just with the chemtrails alone, the earth has its own natural filtering system, all right? But viruses still exist in the water. So does bacteria. So does a whole host of other contaminants. So don't be fooled. If these people aren't even showing you basic filtration. And by the way, I met a guy who doesn't even have a water filter in his house. His mother doesn't have a water filter. You don't have a system set up in your mother's house to protect her and the women in your family, your grandmother. You are totally unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. You best believe my grandmother and my great-grandmother have these systems installed at their houses. You best believe that, because it's real. Now, we need to start asking the real questions. Like I said before, you see this testing kit here? I'm about to demonstrate it to you. This here are the NASA super filters. This here is the leading filter on the market outside of the NASA super filters. And I'm going to show you just how effective this filter is. This is 2 nanometer ink. And 2 nanometers is smaller than a virus. And what you're about to witness is the NASA super filter out these ink particles and trap them in the filter like it did here. Now, I did this demonstration earlier, and as you can see, there is that ink circle within the filter cartridge itself. And notice something else. The water is not turning blue, and that is because it captured the particles, the cartridge did, and it's not releasing them back into the water. It does the same thing with viruses and bacteria. It retains them. It traps them and keeps them trapped. So now, let's get into this. Here we go. Now I'm going to bring this closer so you can see that. Now, let's see what the ink cartridge looks like. As you can see, it retained all of that ink. There you go.